Yo, what's up, guys? It's Tyler with TNR Trades. Today I'm going to be going over the one trade that I'm taking today, how I got break even, my thought process, what I was thinking pre-market, what my draw on liquidity was, and how I got to that, and all that good stuff, right? So, starting off on the high time frame, right? As you can see, we have been bearish here ever since we've put this SMT at all-time highs with ES. We've just been delivering lower. So coming into the day, I was leaning a little bearish just because of the high time frame. And yeah, right. So on the lower time frame, right, you can clearly see all this generated liquidity here leading up to this 4-hour intermediate low, which is what I love to see, right? A lot of the times when you have this generated liquidity leading up to that high time frame deal well, right, it is a lot more probable, right? Here you get your open, boom, boom, and then you get your delivery, right? Assuming this is my high time frame DOL, right? You have your generated liquidity leading up to your high time frame DOL. That is what I like to see. So I was leaning a little bearish at open just because of this generated liquidity leading up to this high time frame DOL. Right. So at open, we do get this open low into this 15-minute intermediate low here. As well on ES, we also got that same structure here, right? We have this open low into this 15-minute gap to then deliver us higher to these DOLs above, right? So continuing on, right? Here we do get a 30-second inversion right here in the leg. If you took this, very good trade on your part. Me personally, I did not take this. I didn't have the conviction for it, right? I wanted to see a little more low time frame structure here before getting our inversion, right? This is more of just a rip in and rip out kind of structure, and I didn't really like that on my part, right? Here is the 30-second. These are not my executions. This is somebody else's executions. I'm just using this to show you the 30-second, right? You rip into this 15-minute gap, get this healthy inversion out of this 30-second, and both of these 30-second gaps getting inverse to then deliver us to our higher time frame DOL, such as this 1 hour and so forth on ES, right? Continuing forward, right, we tap into this 1 hour gap and then get our stop hunt here. We get our stop hunt, and there was another 30-second inversion in here. I do not have it, or it might have been a 15-second. I don't remember. I didn't take this trade, right? If you took this, very good on you. Me personally, I was just waiting for this 3-minute down here or this 4-minute to get inverse before taking my entry. Unfortunately, I got fried by this RR, right? We ended up closing really far down in the leg, about 125 points. Yeah, about 125 points down in this leg. So I did get fried with the RR, but it's all right, right? I did put my stop at the body, not at the wick or CE of the wick. Why did I do that? I did that because if we're going to return to the body of this candle, we're probably going to be bullish at that point. We're probably just going to end up sweeping these highs and maybe delivering lower or continuing higher. But in my opinion, if we were to come back up to these highs and sweep these highs out, we were just going to be bullish at that point, right? So continuing forward, right? A lot of people did go break even at this low. You might be asking, why didn't you go break even at this low? Personally, I didn't go break even just because we did inverse this 15-minute gap here. So this 15-minute intermediate low that was here no longer existed, right? Because we had inverse that 15-minute, right, at 9:45, right? We do have 9:30 wick, right? And a lot of people might be asking, why didn't you go break even at the 9:30 wick? I didn't go break even, right? Just because we're having this 175 point distribution to the downside, we are going to get a retracement, right? I expect this 9:30 wick to give us a retracement higher before delivering us back lower to our high time frame DOL, right? That's what I was expecting out of this 9:30 wick. I wasn't expecting it to run my stop, right? I was expecting it to sweep this, get a retracement, and then redeliver us to this high time frame DOL down here, right? Such as this 4-hour intermediate low. So plain price forward, we get that retracement and then get this tap into this 5-minute gap, and then you get your inversion right there, this 1-minute inversion, right? This trade is not valid, right? And you might be asking, why isn't it valid? We tapped into the 5-minute, got this kind of stop hunt, and so on and so forth, right? Well, if you pay attention to what ES is doing, right? ES did make equal highs at this inversion, right? So your stop is not protected. Your stop is currently low resistance, right? We then, shortly after, do get this stop hunt on ES, right? Few more candles, boom, boom, right there. We get our stop hunt on ES, putting in this bearish SMT at this high over here, as well as this bearish SMT here with ES, right? We then get our inversion, and then you get your, put your stop there, and you can target this 4-hour intermediate low here, right? You get about a 2 RR, right? And you don't need to put your stop at this high, right? Because this high is also protected via this SMT with ES, and this is clearly high resistance as well as this high, right? So if we return to here, we're most likely going to return to here as well, right? So Ryan did take this trade, passed I think 3 accounts with this trade. Very good trade. Me personally, if I wasn't currently in this 4-minute, or if I didn't take this 4-minute, I would have most definitely taken this 1-minute here to the downside, right? You might be asking, why would you take this? It's almost 10 a.m. It's almost 10 a.m. You're going to get manipulated. There's nothing to manipulate at your stop. Your stop is high resistance. There's no new gaps opening at your stop. So there's no reason for price to go higher at this point, right? This 10 a.m. is a injection of volatility. So there is no reason that we're going to go higher. Instead, 10 a.m. is most likely going to deliver you lower to your high time frame DOL, which is what happened in this case, right? We got our delivery lower, right? At this point, I do go break even at this 4-hour intermediate low just because it is a high time frame gap and it has high time frame significance, right? And it is my DOL, right? So at this point, I was hoping to see us maybe get a retracement and deliver lower, get a stop hunt, and then deliver higher, right? Because this, I knew this was going to be low of day, right? So I was expecting this to be low of day, and then for us to deliver higher at this point, I wasn't expecting us to go any lower than this 4-hour intermediate low, right? So if you took this long, good on you. Me personally, I didn't have the conviction. We did have this clear AMD model, right? You have your accumulation, then you have your manipulation leading up to your distribution here to your DOL, right? Overall, very good trade if you took that. Me personally didn't take it. I didn't have the conviction, right? If you took the short at the top of this leg, good on you, right? Very good trade. Personally, just wasn't looking at the 30-second or the 15-second, whatever it was, I can't remember, right? If you took this 1 minute, I would journal it and just journal it for next time and move on. It did win, but that does not mean it is a valid trade. Just because it wins does not mean it is a good trade, right? This 1 minute here, on the other hand, is a very good trade. I would have taken this 10 out of 10 times if I wasn't already in this 4-minute short here. I really like this trade. Probably, in my opinion, trade of the day for today if you took this. And that is it for my trade recap. Follow us on all our socials on TikTok and Instagram. It'll be at TNR Trades on TikTok and then at TNR Trades with 2 S's on Instagram. And join the Discord. I'll be putting that in the description of this video and the description of the YouTube channel. Thank you.